Welcome back to True North Hockey. What better way to kick off a brand new week than with a clap bomb? Jordan Spence gets his first as a Sen, and it's 2-1. Shortly after, Dylan Cousins gets it on the forecheck, frees the puck for Nick Cousins, who buries the wraparound. Cousins to Cousins, it's 3-1. And then Michael Amadio goes to the net, gets a piece of the puck, and he gets the dagger. The Sens take it 4-2. Over in Toronto, the Leafs are down by 1, but it's Johnny Toronto in game 1200 on the rebound who gets the equalizer. Insane play there from Bobby McMahon to find Johnny backdoor, and he makes no mistake. Then it's JT with some more. On the power play, he sucks in all the attention, frees up Willie on the flank for the one-timer, and the Swede has his 8th on the year to make it 3-2. Jake McCabe gets this puck up high, and oh my goodness, you gotta cover him. The Canes don't, and it's McCabe to Matthews for the 4-2 lead. The Leafs are looking great.
Walker back at the point, long wrist shot, scores! Jacob centers a quick chance for Blake, rebound, scored! Drops it back to Miller, moves it across, they score!
That sure was something. Man, this team takes its fans on such a roller coaster, eh? Can't be too bad, though. At least the Leafs know how to score goals, which is not something I can say about the Calgary Flames. They get shut out yet again. They haven't scored a goal in over 120 minutes of gameplay. The Christmas Canucks head into tonight's game still mid as hell. They kick it off being witness to the Nate Dogg double dipping on them, but they get those two right back. Nice work in front by Linus Karlsson to tuck that one, and then it's Kiefer freaking Sherwood alone in front. He slides it through the wickets. That's number 10 on the year. Then we play some pond hockey as the teams trade goals in the third. DeBrusk in front gets the equalizer, and off we go to OT. The Canucks can't clear the rebound in front, and they keep up the Christmas-looking record going forward. The Jets run into a red-hot second place in the league, Anaheim Ducks? Really? Well, okay. November sure is a month, eh? The Jets go 0-6 on the California road trip, but not to worry. I'm sure they will be just fine. After being run over by Colorado Saturday, the Oilers desperately need a response here tonight in the Roslovic Bowl. And man, they definitely didn't play the first 40 minutes like a team desperate to win as they get booed off home ice going into the second intermission. And it's clear that was the turning point as they come out firing for the third. Who else to lead the charge than the captain? A silky spin puts Denton Mateychuk on his bottom. What a highlight from 97. Some more incredibly sloppy play from the Oilers leads to Fantilli making it 4-2, and McDavid responds yet again. That man has probably scored that exact goal at least 100 times now. 4-3 Oilers, and they are still in it. With 1 minute left in the game, the Oilers are on the PK, but Jake Wallman is in deep applying pressure, and it's in. I still don't exactly know how this goes in, but hey, it's in, and that sends us off to overtime. And who else but the former Blue Jacket himself, Jack Roslovic, with the game winner. Skinner makes a massive save on a 2-on-1, and then they go the other way. Roslovic buries the breakaway. Good positive momentum builder here for the Edmonton Oilers. We're not gonna do this. All you guys need to know is this is pretty easily the worst the Leafs have looked in a very, very long time. Something's gotta change, and fast, or they're heading for Gavin McCann territory. The Habs also suffer a heavy loss tonight as they get suffocated by the LA Kings in Montreal. Matt Duchene Bowl here in the nation's capital. 49 seconds in, Drake Batherson grips it and rips it. 6th on the year, gives the Sens the early lead. But after Nick Jensen finds himself alone in front to make it 2-0, the Sens choke this one badly. Rantanen in alone, that's his 9th absolute beauty. Then J-Rob on the power play walks downhill and snipes. That's 2-2, and then with bodies flying everywhere in OT, Rupe Hintz ends it. The Flames are in St. Louis, but it looks like their offense stayed back in Calgary. Poor Dustin Wolf gets lit up as they fall 3-2. All Canadian matchup, let's spend a bit more time on this one. It's Kiefer freaking Sherwood with a nice finish on the pass and play with Quinn Hughes. Speaking of Quinn Hughes, the guy is a one-man breakout. Absolute cheat code, and DeBrusk buries on the power play. That's 2-1 Canucks, but the Jets answer right back. It's J-Mo with the bomb from the blue, and then 15 seconds later, El Nino in front, and the Jets grab the lead. That's a sweet little backhander from Velarde in the bumper. That was filthy. Winnipeg take this one 5-3. McDavid and the Oilers are in Philly, and he finds Bouchard at the top of the slot for the Boosh bomb. 1-0 Edmonton, but the Oilers can't stop Michkov on the power play. Kid's got a laser. And then the Flyers score a go-ahead goal with 33 seconds left in the game, but hang on here, the entry looks questionable, and indeed, the play was deemed offside. We're headed to OT. And it's Jack Roslovic again for the Oilers, coming up huge. What a signing this man has been. Hey, Oilers take the win here tonight in Philly. The Maple Leafs host the LA Kings tonight, and I was actually at this game. Yup, mistakes were made. It did start off strong as the Leafs managed to score 2 goals on 4 shots in the first period, but they can't hold leads right now, so the Kings get those 2 right back in the second. Tavares gets his second of the night, gives the Leafs the lead right back, but again, they can't hold it, and LaFerriere ties it. Off to OT we go, and the Leafs don't even get a single offensive chance as the hometown kid, Quinton Byfield, ends it. When is it time to hit the panic button? Speaking of panic, Habs fans, what is happening right now? After getting dominated last game by the Kings, you followed up with this? 7-0? Yikes. The Habs are slowly coming back down to earth here. Sens host the Red Hot Bruins, and they simply don't care. This is a crazy pass and play on the power play for the game's first goal, and then Dylan Cousins is left all alone in front, and he wires that thing. Game's now tied at 3, but here comes Jimmy Stu. Batherson with a nice cross-ice feed, and Stutzler rifles that puck to the back of the net, and that is the game winner. Sens end the Bruins win streak and take it. We got a rerun of the Jack Roslovic Bowl. Alrighty, here we go again. We pick it up in the second. Oilers down by 2, and it's a Boosh bomb that Savoie gets a tip on, and it's 2-1. And then a minute later, Bouchard gets the pass over to Draisaitl. He hammers that thing, and we're tied.
Rebound, Johnson, no shot, score! Shot from David Severson, in front, loose, score! Already a 2-point night, score!
That did not last long as the Blue Jackets completely expose the Oilers, and all of a sudden, they are down by 3. They can get it back though, right? Well, there's one as Podkolzin just turns and fires, and then, hey, there's 2. And, well, that's all. They can't really complete the comeback. They lose this one 5-4. The Calgary Flames host Macklin Celebrini and the San Jose Sharks, and they actually hold them off of the board. They take a close one here in Calgary, 2-0. Kyle Connor on the power play with the snipe from the hash marks. That gives the Jets a 1-goal lead, but it's a night of blown leads. They can't hold it down, and the Kraken score 3 unanswered and take it 5-3. Only game of the night, and it's a good one. Canucks down by 1 on the PK, and Sean Walker gives Pettersson a gift, and the game is all tied up. Now on the power play, what a feed across from Besser. Connor Garland puts it on, and the Canucks have the lead. The lead is then blown as the Canes tie it and end up taking the whole thing in overtime. Starting to notice a trend amongst Canadian teams and holding leads. Saturday night hockey starts with a classic Bruins-Habs matchup, the rivalry that is oozing with hatred even to this day. We got some scraps, some nice hits to kick us off, and then we play some hockey. Habs down by 1, but they break the other way. Short-handed snipe for Jake Evans ties the game here in Montreal. But not for long as Lohrei sends a floater on net and it finds its way, and then on the power play, Zacha goes between the legs to the wide-open Arvidsson in front, and it is 3-1. Then 4-on-4 hockey means so much more room for Cole Caulfield to take advantage of, and he does that beautifully. That is 3-2, and that's where the game would stay. The Canadians end off the week losing their 3rd straight game. We got the Jordan Spence Bowl here for you in Ottawa, but it was quite an uneventful game. The Kings get one 10 minutes into the first, and that's the game winner. The Sens just couldn't seem to get anything going. Another Jack Roslovic Bowl, ladies and gents. The guys played literally everywhere, and it's Roslovic that kicks off the scoring as he finds himself in alone. And then it's more from him on the power play. His shot misses the net, but it falls right on the stick of McJesus, and that's a 2-0 lead. Speaking of, now 2-2, Hyman down the wall, drops for Draisaitl, and he finds Connor McDavid backdoor. Gorgeous goal, and yes, that's right, Zach Hyman is back, everyone. Jordan Staal ties it up, and so we're off for some more hockey, and it's Connor McDavid again. Bursting through the zone, drops for Draisaitl, and he buries the winner. This goal is made possible because of all the space McDavid creates by attacking the D-man. Draisaitl has acres of space, and his shot is lethal. The Leafs' young gun, Easton Cowan, is back in the lineup tonight, and he's getting scrappy here with Connor Bedard early in this game. There's some hatred there for sure. Looking to get back in the win column are the Leafs, and starting off like this is not going to help. Someone should probably block that pass. It takes the entire period, but the Leafs do get it back. Tavares takes it to the net where Nick Robertson is standing, and he's Nicky on the spot. He buries it, and we're tied. Then the Leafs take the lead. OEL throws it towards the net. It falls on the stick of 44, and he deposits it into the empty cage. Great positioning there from Morgan Rielly. And then they absolutely forget how to play hockey and get torched by Teuvo Teravainen for the equalizer. Let's break it down here. All right, so right here, Phil Myers cannot lose this battle. What's supposed to happen here is Myers boxes out Nazar, and Rielly comes in and takes the puck, plays dead. Very simple. Now, Rielly has full trust that Myers is going to do what I just said. So he comes over, anticipating to take the puck, and that's when he gets burned. Myers doesn't box out his man. Rielly is left in no man's land, and it's the little things in this league that will absolutely break you. Just like that, from 2-1 Leafs to 3-2 Blackhawks, it's a deflection in the slot. Wall has no shot, and the Leafs lose their 5th straight game. Finishing off the week with the Jets in Calgary. Scheifele opens the scoring. Connor finds him off the right wall, and he beats Wolf low. That's a beauty. But then the Flames answer right back. Jake Bean just kind of puts it towards the net. Hellebuck's not set, and that's in. Puck's on net, boys and girls. 1 minute later, the Jets answer back. It's Tanner Pearson capitalizing off the puck bouncing everywhere. Wolf has no shot here, and that's Pearson's 3rd of the year. But then a few minutes after, it's the Flames yet again. Ball unloads a cannon from the point. It beats Hellebuck, and it is 2-2. Power play goal here for the Jets, as Cole Perfetti is never going to get an easier one than that. 3-2 now, but with 1 minute left in the game, Matt Coronado in front buries the rebound, and we are going to play some OT. Nothing hits the back of the net in OT, so it's shootout time. Both of the Flame shooters try to beat Hellebuck to the 5-hole. He's not having any of it, and Velarde beats Wolf glove side to get the win for the Winnipeg Jets. There you go, boys and girls. That's your week in the books. Let me know who you think is the best team in Canada right now, as well as who you think is going to finish as the worst team in Canada this season. If you like this video, please click that like button. If you want to see more, click the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss next week's video where we cover more Canadian hockey.